and dedicated service are watchword to prosperity, shaping and preserving in office to pass down to posterity. Bongabi yongir biam.
An end-of-year speech presented by the General Wimbum Students Union WISU President, Ngenge Paul Shingo, on this day, January 6, 2020. Fellow WISUans, on behalf of the General Executive of the Wimbum Students Union, I am very pleased to bring to you our achievements, challenges, projects in the past 1 year, and our earmarked projects for the future. First and foremost, I would like to express my warmest New Year greetings and heartfelt thanks to all our dedicated WISUans, branch presidents who are working tirelessly to coordinate the activities at the level of the branches. We equally want to thank all our elites and organizations that assisted us both morally and financially to enable us realize our projects. Fellow WISUans, since the founding of WISU in 1979, we have remained devoted to our founding objective, which aims at unifying the Wimbum people so that we may work as one body for the improvement of our general welfare. This is a task that successive governments of our prestigious union have undertaken till date without falter or failure. WISU, nurtured in the rich culture of her ancestors, she is positively obstinate, determined to survive, to gallantly overcome this onslaught of greed and live on so that the Wimbum cherished spirit of communalism expressed in Bong Abi and Abi Yungir may triumph and make Wimbum people a peace, loving and progressive and great people. This is the dream of WISU. We will continue to do this by promoting education, encourage hard work and cooperation amongst our people, and at the same time preserving and asserting our moral and cultural values, engaging in leadership training, career orientation, and to cultivate that spirit of active participation in the various aspects of community development at the young age. During the last year, we have remained dedicated to the task entrusted with us, and we have made some remarkable achievements, among which I'm going to list them to you. To begin with, just few months after we took office in the 39th annual convention held in JAC, after the decision taken by the enlarged executive to open a bank account, the financial bench headed by the general president and following the constitution created an account with the Bermuda Police Credit Union New branch. This was to promote transparency and trust in the seriousness of the union. So far, this account is very functional and has already assisted us with many transactions transparently and with receipts for accountability. Due to the committed and sacrificial WISUans like you, WISU is not indebted despite the crisis. After the adoption of the amended constitution in the 39th annual convention in JAP, I promulgated this constitution for use, and many copies have already been printed and are available at the level of the branches. As members, we need to get our individual copies so that together we can make WISU great again. Due to the ambiguity in the WISU membership registration, multiple registration numbers for an individual, and difficulty in keeping data for posterity, taking into cognizance that some members, due to their work and location, never come for conventions, but want to get registered and contribute to the activities of the union, the General Executive undertook the websites and online registration database project. This project has been very successful, and the site was launched in January 13th, 2019. But many are still very reluctant to explore the site. In addition, sustaining the union and keeping it very active during these difficult years of war and socio-political crisis, plaguing the homeland and making sure that we still work in the framework of the Constitution is such a remarkable achievement. Another veritable success as the organization was the organization of an extraordinary General Assembly in the town of Chad after the failed organization of the 40th anniversary in Dinka due to the crisis and difficulty in traveling. The organization of this General Assembly was a litmus test for the executive, as it came with a lot of controversies both from members, elites, pressure groups, trying to manipulate the decision of the General Executive. This extraordinary General Assembly, though announced in a very short time interval, had in attendance close to 200 members from a cross-section of branches. Though organized for only 3 days, we had a full option of activities. This was also an opportunity for us to take some major decisions needed for the union moving forward, and also to evaluate the functions of the branches, committees, state of projects, the financial status of the union, and welcome new members. We also had the opportunity to visit some of our patrons resident in the town of Chad. During the General Assembly in Chad 2019, the enlarged executive settled on visiting our founder, Dr. Fong Galamfor, at the Yaoundé Kondenge prison, and the date was set for the end of November 2019. A delegation was set by me to include our advisor, Wimbum NS, our second deputy president, Mr. Ndiblaise, and the Yaoundé branch president. With a powerful mobilization of funds by our financial bench, a token was raised, which the delegation bought some fruit for the visit, which took place on the 30th of November. At the glance of the delegation, better late than never, exclaimed the founder. He called on us to adhere to the mission, vision of WISU and make WISU more relevant, especially in times like this. Furthermore, to commune with branches and enhance greater cooperation, I was privileged to visit Chan Branch before the General Assembly and attend their cultural evening. This was a very inspirational event, as I had the opportunity to address the branch, the many elites residing in Chantown who were invited. The event saw the presence of so many cultural dances from some other communities from the grass field. After Chan, my next destination was Yaoundé branch, where I had the opportunity also to commune with many Wiswans in that branch. After a very warm welcome from the branch, I impressed them that WISU is counting on them to organize the next extraordinary General Assembly. Lastly, on the list of achievements, we have had many Wiswans graduating from higher education at various levels. Remarkably, we want to acknowledge in a special way the former General President, Mr. Diodone, for graduating from the Advanced Law School in Nigeria, and Dr. Dukom Elvis for recently defending his PhD from the University of Chad, just to name a few. In addition to this, we have also celebrated many marriages last year among Wisons in Tuba branch and in Yaoundé branch. We look forward to having many more this year. We also actively participated in the burial of our late sponsor of WISU Unity Cup, Ms. Kwefi Blessing Inja. May her soul rest in peace. Despite all these achievements, we also encountered many challenges. To begin with, the membership into WISU remains stagnant, partly because most WISUans immediately graduate from WISU as they get a job or get a degree, forgetting the clause that membership into WISU is by birth and is for life. Secondly, in the face of the war, all activities of the union in the villages for the past 1 year has been halted for security reasons, while urban branches like Tuba and Boya are also seriously affected. In the face of an evolving WISU, most WISUans are still very reluctant and negligent about creating their account on the WISU website and database, or paying their registration online. As at the moment, only about 30 members have duly completed their registration on our site for last year, 2019. Secondly, some members could not furnish the required information like a clean passport-size photograph on a clear background. This made the printing of membership cards very impossible, despite all information concerning the online registration. Financial constraints has also been a major hindrance to the union's activities. It has been very difficult for the union to raise funds to sponsor her projects due to the failure in organizing the 40th anniversary. Fellow Wisons, permit me in the lines ahead to state the earmarked activities needed by our union to move ahead. Concerning membership, we shall continue to mobilize to register on our online platform. We are going to put more effort to reactivate dormant branches like Boya, Ngamdere branch of WISU. We will also work with our members in the diaspora to create more branches so that we can bring more members under the umbrella of WISU. We have already made arrangements to ignite another branch in Bamenda starting this February 2020, since the war has rendered most village branches inactive, displacing some of their members to town. The creation of a branch in Bamenda will therefore be necessary to accommodate the hundreds of Wismans residents in the city of Bamenda. The union will organize another extraordinary General Assembly in an urban branch if the crisis persists, to continue to push the objectives of the union and to keep the union active. For our brothers and sisters not going to school back home, we are going to try to talk with Christian churches at home and get teachers who are willing to be teaching our junior ones in church aspects of mathematics and English to keep their brain active while waiting for the crisis to subside. We are going to design projects to reach out to IDPs and to offer assistance. Lastly, to promote excellence and to preserve our cultural heritage, we shall in the days ahead be creating a WISU research club, which shall be headed by the General Education Coordinator of the Union. Fellow WISUans, let me end with a spiritual note. Let the Almighty God guide and protect you and the entire homeland. I encourage us to live with cautiousness, that in the face of adversaries and challenges lies great opportunities. Happy New Year 2020, a year of balance and excellence. Long live WISU, long live Mumland. God bless you. Thank you very much.